Well, in our first story, Organised Labour will meet later today to consider the new development and the way forward for SNIT's decision to discontinue the sale of its stake in some 4 hotels. Now, Organised Labour had declared a nationwide strike to take effect from today, Monday, July 15, due to SNIT's insistence on selling 60% of its stake in 4 of its hotels. The SNIT board, in a statement signed by the board chair Elizabeth Ohene, noted that it had terminated the sale of the hotels. Following that development, the Organised Labour says it can only call off its strike after they have met as a group. Meanwhile, Labour consultant Austin Gami has endorsed calls for the board of SNIT and NPRA to be dissolved.
I don't think so. It's overdue from the way the matter has traveled to date. Clearly, what it is that they are not in control. They have unfortunately moved into the arena of partisan politics, not politics. Politics is about making prudent decisions on behalf of people. Partisan politics is typically following people with control. And I think that we must be vigilant as a people of this nation. We should not go the route of Kenya, at least for now, but nobody should take the people of Ghana for granted any longer going forward. We should be dissolved. We should recompose it, and we're not going to be at the pleasure of the president of Ghana again. It must be done and done well. We must come together and decide which is appropriate for us, because the money belongs to us.
We'll definitely bring more details on this labour strike in a subsequent bulletin. But let's do some health stories now. And the Ghana Health Service has issued an alert following the confirmation of 9 cases of dengue fever in the eastern region. The alert comes after unusual cases of clinical malaria were detected, which did not respond to anti-malarial treatment, prompting further investigation. Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Patrick Kumar Bwanje, in an alert, requested all regional directors of the health service and chief executives of teaching hospitals to disseminate the alert to all health workers within their regions and facilities, including mission and private establishments. Meanwhile, Dr. Franklin Seidu Bekwe, Director of Public Health at the Ghana Health Service, has cautioned the public against self-medication if they find symptoms of the dengue fever.
I need to state that dengue is not rare in Ghana, just that it's also not too common. I think last year we had about 7, and I think 2 years ago we had 1. So what is important is that the presentation of dengue is a bit similar to malaria. So you may have a fever, you have general bodily weakness, you have a headache, you have nausea, vomiting. So typically somebody will just say this is malaria. But then what will give you out is that you treat with the normal antimalarials and there's no improvement. So that's the catch word here. The other issue is that when it comes to the mosquito, which is actually transmitting the virus, malaria is anopheles. It is not all fever, which is malaria. If you have a fever which is persistent, look for possibly dengue and do the lab test. And also one can need to know that you don't need to self-medicate. It could be that it's dengue, so you need to go to the hospital and then lab tests will be done.
We stay with health now, and the Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research has begun clinical trials for Lassa fever. Professor Kojo Kuram, an epidemiologist in charge of the clinical trials unit, says volunteers between ages of 18 and 70 are needed to test a product which has been developed against the infectious disease. A report by Kia Ufura Daku.
The number of Lassa virus infections per year in West Africa is estimated at 100,000 to 300,000, with approximately 5,000 deaths. It is endemic in countries in the region, including Ghana. The ongoing clinical trial will help ensure that a safe and effective Lassa fever vaccine becomes available.
Lassa fever, for example, we know is in West Africa. We've looked at it in Ghana. We've seen cases on and off and things. So somebody may be looking, we don't have a case here, why are you looking at it? But that is, in fact, that is the point where you actually develop the vaccine, so that when it comes, you know that you have something for it.
Professor Kojo Koram, epidemiologist in charge of the Clinical Trials Unit at the Ngugi Memorial Institute for Medical Research, says the final assessments of the trials would be compared to WHO's target product profile for Lassa vaccines.
We're looking at studies where we will have antigens like the molecules they used to make the vaccine. We need volunteers, healthy people. If you come to Noguchi, we'll talk some more about it.
Lassa fever is an acute viral hemorrhagic illness with an incubation period ranging from 2 to 21 days. It is transmitted to humans via contact with items such as food or household items contaminated with infected rodent urine or feces. Person-to-person transmission may occur after exposure to virus in the blood, tissue, secretion or excretion of a Lassa virus-infected individual. Ekufri Wadako, TV3 News, Accra.
We stay on health now. The National Health Insurance Authority has announced a significant boost in funding, releasing an additional 135.6 million cedis to healthcare providers nationwide. A statement signed by Acting Chief Executive of the NHI, Dr. Da Costa Boaji, said this allocation underscores the NHI's commitment to enhancing the sustainability and efficiency of healthcare delivery through the National Health Insurance Scheme. Now, the NHIA acknowledges the pivotal role played by healthcare providers in the success of the NHIS. Dr. Boaji reaffirmed the authority's commitment to maintaining a strong partnership with facilities, emphasizing zero tolerance for illegal charges. The statement added that as the NHIA continues its efforts to bolster the NHIS, ensuring accessible and efficient healthcare for all remains a top priority. Right here on your Election Command Center, lawyer Nana Ejay Bafo-Awuah has won the Menchia South New Patriotic Party election. Nana Ejay Bafo-Awuah will replace Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh as the MPP parliamentary candidate for Menchia South going into the December 7 election. Here's a report.
Nana Ejay Bafo-Awuah onya 376.
It's now official. Nana Ejay Bafo-Awuah has been elected as the one to replace Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh as the MPP parliamentary candidate for Menchia South going into the December 7 election. The fiercely contested election saw the legal practitioner winning by 376 votes, with his closest contender, Nana Owusu-Efrie Prempeh, securing 141 votes.
Akwesiko Kajambibi had 2 votes, whilst James Osei-Boakye got 7 votes.
Omoa menu omoko akensi misremo MPP wudo nti se mi obi bone a omfa ncheme.
To all the contestants, forgive me if I've offended you in the heat of the moment. We should unite and work towards victory 2024. It is crucial we support our flag bearer and his running mate to break the 8. Leadership of the party also touched on the need for members to remain undivided to enable them achieve the 85% vote target for the MPP in Ashanti region.
I expect from my constituents, is to ensure that they unite to campaign and make sure that they vote for lawyer Bafo.
This is the victory for Menchia South constituency. We need to work together as a team with one destiny to win election 2024.
For now, the internal battle is over, and the party wants a united force to march into the December 7 election. Ibrahim Abubakar, TV3 News, Menchia, Ashanti region.
Still in politics, former MPP National Chairman Peter McMahon has dismissed reports and assertions that former President Mahama stated or started the free SHS policy. Now, speaking on hot issues, McMahon alleged that he has evidence the NDC led by Mahama and the General Secretary Johnson Asiedu Nketia went to court to object the implementation of the free SHS.
The student-teacher contact hours, same as what was existing in the mainstream 8 to 1 o'clock. That was a smart move. When that was accomplished, through the Ministry of Education, we were able to absorb as many. There were a lot of people in this country who wanted to go to high school, but they didn't have the wherewithal. So that one was very smart, and we must boldly, we must be boldly congratulate the government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, in spite of what John Mahama is saying, he started it or what.
Why not? He's given evidence that he began this.
Oh, I also have evidence of he and his people, his general secretary, speaking, making demonstrations, going to the extent of even the Supreme Court to stop the free SHS from being implemented. So I also have that.
I see.
Yes.
So are we admitting that this began with the John Mahama administration?
I will not admit that.
No.
I will not. I will not, because the moment Nana Akufo-Addo went on Hastings and was trumpeting, if you give me the opportunity, I will bring a free SHS. They started objecting to it.
So why did then candidate Akufo-Addo then Lord John Dramani Mahama for the free senior high school he has started? You haven't seen that story, have you?
I haven't seen it.
Now, the chief and people of Nkrofo in the Western region are demanding that the New Patriotic Party running mate, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, goes to Nzima to apologize to the traditional leaders and the family of Ghana's first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Now, they say his comments at Kumasi were an affront to Ghana's democracy, which has the potential to derail the peace and unity of the country, and describe his apology as hollow.
New Patriotic Party running mate Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh sparked outrage and public disaffection after suggesting that not even Ghana's first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, achieved anything closer to what President Akufo-Addo has done. Following intense public backlash, he issued a statement last Friday to apologize, but this seems not enough to placate some groups of people. Addressing the media on Sunday, July 14 at Nkrofo in the Elembele district, the chief, Nana Kwasi Kutua V, demanded that Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh goes to Nzima to meet Nananom and the family of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
We want to demand that Dr. Prempeh, the running mate of MPP, should come to Nkrofo, come and meet Nananom and the family of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and make a formal apology to us.
Meanwhile, the district chief executive and NPP parliamentary candidate for Elembele constituency, Kwasi Bonzo, says plans are far advanced for Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh to meet the traditional authorities in Nzimaland, particularly to the chiefs and people of Nkrofo, to apologize.
I have spoken to him personally in my capacity as the DC of Elembele. He has assured me that even after his national apology, all politics is local. He is coming home to Kwame Nkrumah's hometown to meet the chiefs and the elders in the shortest possible time to render an unqualified apology.
And that's all we have for you for the 6 a.m. news right here on the Election Command Center. My name is Judith Brownlee. Pleasure coming to you this morning. We'll go for a short break. We'll be back with the rest of New Day.